Most women wear all kinds of jewelry, diamonds, pearls, and gemstones during special occasions. Some wear it on ordinary days to accessorize their watches or as earrings, necklaces, brooches, rings, bracelets, and even cufflinks to convey style or communicate personal messages. For some, wearing jewelry is not just a form of art for self and creative expression, but it's also to enhance or elevate one's beauty. It has the remarkable ability to boost one's self-confidence and invoke genuine happiness, which can help distract from negative emotions and thoughts. Small wonder, most women still prefer to receive this pricey and precious treasure as a Valentine's Day gift from their significant other. To know more about jewelry and gemstones, we have here tonight a member of the National Association of Jewelry Appraisers and the only Filipina at that, and a certified gemologist, Willen Villarica. Good evening, Willen. Thank you so much for dropping by PTV News Tonight. I'm so psyched about this topic.
Thank you.
I feel like the time we have allotted is not enough, but it's okay. We'll wing it. So, first of all, the term gemologist. I feel like it's a new term. Not everybody really knows what exactly a gemologist does. Can you walk us through it?
So gemologists, we identify colored stones. We are the ones who also grade diamonds according to the 4 C's set by the Gemological Institute of America, which is the widely used standard by the jewelry industry in grading the 4 C's of diamond. That's color, cut, clarity, and carat.
Color, cut, clarity, and carat.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so being a gemologist, like I said, it's not really a common profession and a passion, I believe so. So what are the inspirations or perhaps events in your life that inspired you to pursue this career?
So I was born in the industry.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm actually a third-generation jeweler, and I feel very protective about the industry because my paternal grandparents were one of the pioneers of jewelry manufacturing in Nikawayan, Bulacan, where my family hails from. So I guess you could say I was indoctrinated to jewelry early on. My mom knew how to manipulate me into going into the family business, so to speak.
It's all about interesting suggesting, right? Since you were a kid.
Asian parenting.
Yes, exactly. Tiger moms. Anyway, of course, this is a great display I have here. We'll be talking about it in a little bit, but as a certified gemologist, I know that what you do now has a great meaning, but what is the personal meaning of gemstones to you? Does it hold a special significance or importance?
Well, I've always been fascinated with jewelry and gemstones in particular. My favorite is amethyst because purple is my favorite color.
Okay.
But I'm also very interested. Growing up, we've been surrounded by these things. I've always been fascinated with how they just really sparkle and seem to put life on whatever outfit I have on. And they hold value, so it's an investment, really. So I really got into it a lot as I got older.
Yeah, well, I think mine is a sapphire, I believe, yeah. But, so, this career is something that's not just uncommon, it's unique. There are also tons of challenges that you have faced. What do you say is like the biggest challenge that you have gone through in the field of gemology?
Well, with gemology, it's always interesting when I encounter clients who feel that they discovered something valuable, and I would have to be the one to break the news that it's glass or plastic. From the appraising side, I've also encountered a lot of heartbreaks in my office, especially when my client is told that the diamond sold to them turned out to be a lab-grown diamond, hence are cheaper compared to its natural counterparts. So being the bearer of bad news sometimes could be weighing, but at the same time, I'm performing a service. So the more I put myself out there, the more I talk about lab-grown diamonds and synthetic stones and educating the public, it's really a fulfillment on my end.
Yeah, and I believe that in order to be really great and well known in your field, legitimacy and credibility is top notch.
Very
right?
important.
So of course, if you're the bearer of bad news, you not only have to tell them you just spent money on a piece of glass.
Pretty much that happens, yes.
But speaking of lab grown and natural mined diamonds, we have here with us,
Yes.
a really interesting machine. And for those of you who are asking yourselves, how can you differentiate between a mined or natural grown diamond or something that's just picked up from the lab? Well, let's find out right now.
Yes, I can do a
tell
live
us how
demo.
to do it here. Yeah.
So this machine is what we call the GIA ID 100, and this specifically distinguishes lab-grown diamonds from earth-mined diamonds. So I'll do a demonstration. I have here a ring, a 5-stone ring that I've had for a long time.
Of course.
So let's see if all the diamonds are earth-mined and if some are lab-grown. So if the machine says pass, it's earth-mined. If it says refer, it means two things. It's either a lab-grown diamond or it's a type 2A diamonds. Type 2A diamonds are chemically pure diamonds, meaning they're colorless. So in layman's terms, it's the decolored diamonds, like as colorless as it could be. So there are no other chemicals in the diamond. That's why it's just colorless.
So how do you know which is it from that point? They go to someone like you.
You need to go to a certified laboratory like GIA for that, because that does require certain kind of testing or a certain level of equipment that's only available to GEM laboratories.
Yes, GIA in New York.
In New York or in Hong Kong. They also have in Bangkok.
Okay, all right. So
let's
do it.
Drum roll, please.
Yes.
Okay. So I have to make sure it's pointed, the probe.
Refer.
Wait.
So
Refer.
what you're doing is
It's
you're
refer.
literally putting the diamond
In the probe, there.
against the probe of the GIA machine, right?
And it shouldn't hit the metal.
Oh, it
because
shouldn't
if
hit the metal.
If it does, then it's going to
Pass.
give a small, there, it's been saying pass.
Pass.
Okay.
Refer.
This one says refer.
Oh, wow.
Refer.
There's another one.
Refer.
So that's number 2.
Refer.
And this is the last one.
Pass.
So that's 3 out of 5.
Passing the
So
buck.
the machine speaks.
Okay. All right.
The machine has spoken.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is uncontestable. Like this is the be all end all of
Yes.
diamond testing.
So when lab-grown diamonds started proliferating the market, GIA developed this technology, and as soon as the machine was made available in the public, I was one of the first to get it.
Yeah. What is I think what is the main idea of what we should do first when we're trying to acquire jewelry? Because like you said, there are lots of scammers out there. So how can we truly be careful when we're purchasing jewelry? And for example, I think one of the most proliferated jewelry out there that people say is real are like pearls or like you mentioned, like some of these other ones here that are made from say semi-precious stones. What's your advice for purchasing jewelry and how can we avoid being scammed?
Well, first, really go to a trusted source, a trusted jeweler. If you can go to a store, even better, because a lot of the scams that I've encountered, unfortunately, these are the kind of vendors that don't really have a store, so they just disappear sometimes.
Oh.
I'm not saying that they're all bad, but from my experience, that's always been the story that I've heard.
Right.
So it's nice if you could go to a jewelry store that you know and trust. And if you're buying diamonds, since you're making that investment anyway, it doesn't hurt to buy diamonds that come with a GIA certificate or Gubelin, for example. I also advocate for Gubelin Laboratories. That's in Zurich, but they also have branches all over the world. And IGI. So those are my top 3 labs.
So these are the diamonds that you need to personally bring there, obviously. You can't just ship it there, right?
You ship it.
Oh, you can ship
or
it.
we can do it for you.
Oh.
And it does take a bit of investment there, but if you buy stones that already come with a certificate, then that's already in part of the cost. So it's worth it.
Okay, so I just want to clarify, Willin is not just a gemologist, but you're also a jewelry appraiser.
Yes.
Now those things are entirely different,
Totally
right?
different. So
yeah.
gemologists were the ones who grade the stones. Appraisers are the ones who put value on the jewelry that the gemologist grade.
Okay.
So one is the one identifying and grading, and the other one is, I could put a value to that. So appraisers have to be graduate gemologists, but not all gemologists are licensed jewelry appraisers.
I see. A
So
lot
it's
of people
like the
sadly
nerd
go to
thing.
pawn shops, right,
Okay,
to
pawn
have it
shops,
appraised.
Yeah. Well, that's a different kind of appraisal.
Okay.
So pawn shops, they appraise for loan purposes.
Right.
And when I say jewelry appraising, it's really more for estate planning purposes, or if you want to get an insurance for your jewelry, you want to get it insured abroad, because we don't have an independent jewelry insurance product here in the Philippines.
Okay.
But abroad they do. So the kind of appraising that I do, you use it for that purpose. And there's a valuation method that goes with depending on what the purpose of the appraisal is.
Okay.
So that's one of the very first things I find out. What is
Right.
the purpose of the appraisal? So I can do the appropriate valuation.
Okay. This has been very inspiring and interesting. Your career and passion is definitely not just unique, but something to aspire to. So I hope today has also inspired future gemologists and internationally licensed jewelry appraisers as well, especially now that Valentine's is just around the corner. This is it. So thank you so much,
Thank you
Will
so
and
much for your
Villarica, for
time.
gracing PTV News Tonight.
And thank
we
you for
hope
having
this
me.
is also going to become a recurring thing.
Anytime.
All right, thank you.